Hi everyone, this is Joanna. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Today I'm super excited because I have found my favorite clay in Mike and Michael's, and that's Peacock Pearl by Sculpey Primo. They haven't had it in a long time, and I saw one brick and I just grabbed it and ran with it. My favorite I'm thinking two clays to do mica shift on is the Peacock Pearl and also the bronze. I think that the mica shift comes out amazing in them, and today I'm gonna do mica shift again. Now please help me because obviously I need help. I'm constantly using this stamp and I have hundreds of stamps, but for some reason this stamp totally works for my jewelry, and I'm thinking to myself, my goodness, people are probably just tired of looking at the same designs, but maybe there's just so much here that you don't feel that you're looking at the same design. So I would love to know what stamps you guys are doing when you're doing mica shift. Maybe I should really expand my horizons and go beyond the stamp because I absolutely love it. I love this one. I love the cobblestone. I've tried some other ones and they just don't work for me that well. So let me just go ahead and you can see which ones are my favorites. So let me go to maybe one that is not a favorite right now. I'm just gonna go maybe with the well, maybe this part right here. So for mica shift, as you all know, it's one of my favorite techniques. You need to stamp your clay and you need to make sure that your stamp has good grooves on it because we're going to be shaving the clay, so you want to make sure that the indentation is really defined. Now maybe that's a problem with some stamps. It's different just to stamp on paper, and a lot of, especially the acrylic stamps, because I have hundreds of them, they are just not deep enough, so they don't give you that deep indentation. So let's see what we got right here. Okay, that's good. And you're just gonna take and you start shaving it. So that means that whatever is sticking out on top, you're just gonna take it and put on the side and just continue on until you are done and you have a smooth surface. And as you're doing that, you will notice that you are getting the design of the stamp on your clay. So it's staying there, but you just want to make sure that you don't go too deep. So just slide your blade on top just like that. Very nice. Let me run it on the thickest setting of the pasta machine. Okay, so now you really can see the design, although it's completely smooth. It is such a fun technique. I absolutely love it. Okay, so let's continue on. Now we are going to use some glitter today. I know. Don't start hyperventilating on me, all of you guys that are glitter haters. I love glitter, I really do, and as you can see, there's glitter already on the clay, and this is the time of the year when I'm glitterizing everything. So I picked up the glitter that is called Bling, Strass Blanco. and it's by Recollections, Michael's brand. So I just have a piece of black clay rolled out on this is number 2 of the pasta machine, and I'm just gonna go and just add a little bit of glitter to it. I know, and now you guys are questioning what little is in my language because I put quite a bit of it. But whatever is not sticking, that's alright. We're just gonna put it on that piece of paper, just like that, and I can put it right back in my container. And of course, besides the container, I managed to hit everything else around the container. This is gonna be fun. So let me just use my little nifty thing that I absolutely love and vacuum it real quick. Okay, so now let's contemplate the shape of our pendant. And I have made my own shapes. This is a really strong, some kind of a strap that I took from my husband's garage, and I just created that so that basically I can go ahead and do this. Today, however, I kind of want to go with this shape. This is a pendant that I have made in the past. There's a video on it. It's one of the large crackle that I created. So I decided that I'm going to take my flat wire, and this is 16 gauge flat wire from Michael's, and I kind of want to duplicate this shape. So let me just grab this much here. I'm not sure if it's going to be good. There are a couple of ways that you really can add wire to your pendant. I'm talking about the flat wire actually. You can either bake it, you can create your own shape, you bake it, and then you would go to the baked piece like I'm doing right now and shape to it, just like that. And then basically attach E6000 to the ridges so that it is attached to your pendant. Okay, I'm not going to do that today. Today I'm going to create my own sort of cutter. See, this is really nice too. So you guys, maybe I should do that with that pendant. But basically I'm going to create my own cutter. So I like this shape. I'm going to keep this shape. Maybe a little bit here was just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a thinner wire and I'm going to attach it to the top so it kind of holds it together while I'm giving it a nice cut. And this one, I think the thinner wire that I'm holding right here, I think that's 16 gauge. So let me see how well I maintain the shape. It doesn't have to be perfect, but okay, that's fine. Okay, you will be able to move it around anyways. Okay, so I know I'm going to have the pendant somewhat like this. Okay, that's going to be my pendant, and there is the mica shift. Now what I'm going to do is I am not going to cut through it just yet. I'm going to just stamp it like that, but just barely, so that I can see the outline, how far my pendant, how my pendant is going to look here. So let's just make sure that you get the outline. So we're not cutting through it, but you have an idea of where it is going to be. So now I'm going to create slits which are going to be completely in a random order. So you don't want them too small because it's going to be difficult to view what we're going to have underneath. You can also not make as many as I have made. That would be kind of nice as well. So now that I have the slits, this is I definitely much nicer when it's thinner. You can just go ahead and just barely stretch it, and when you stretch it, you have all those little eyes that are popping out. So now I'm going to take my glitter clay, and I'm just going to give it one more stretch and place it on the clay. So you can see the glitter is popping through. The only thing that I can foresee is how it's going to attach to itself, because we have glitter there, so I'm not quite sure how the glitter is going to really attach itself to it. So we'll see. Well, we'll deal with it when the time comes. So let me just take this and cut out my shape. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, so a couple of things. I think that I would make those less slots, fewer slots, but larger, so you can see it better. I think that would come out. I think that if you see more glitter, that would be even better. Well, if you like glitter like me. But boy, that really is coming out really nice. I'm going to throw it in the oven. I'm not going to mess with the top right now. I can always do it after it's baked. Okay, my friends, so this is where I am at right now. I just got it out of the oven. It's looking good. It's sitting in there pretty tight. So let's address the metal. So I did give it 3 nice wraps around. So at this point I'm just going to squeeze it and make sure that it's nice and tight. And it is. Let me see what I can do with this metal piece right here. Okay, very good. Good. Alright, so I think 3 times around is plenty, but let me just leave it there for the time being. And let me do my little swirls, because that's the only thing that I can do. Okay, so I am ready to apply resin. If you want to find out how to apply resin and you have never applied resin in the past, you can watch one of my videos on resin application, I will include it in the description, or you can just go to the playlist and you'll find it right there. I know that there is always a concern about the price point of resin. It's not the cheapest option as a varnish for your pendants, but I do want to show you guys how beautiful it really does make a pendant, especially a pendant that has some metallic in it, and we are also going to be playing with a glitter here. So I buy my resin always and always at Michael's with my 40% off coupon to make it as inexpensive as possible, and I do use resin quite a bit. If you have seen my DIY channel, you know that I do make tumblers, and I'm just starting actually the tumbler making, but you can make coasters with resin. There's so much that you can make with resin, so it really is a really fun product. I really would love for you guys to try it out on the pendants. Now this one is very nicely mixed already. I am going to need my lighter. Okay, and it's working. Now what I'm going to do today, though, I'm going to do something just a tiny bit different. I am going to take a tiny bit of that resin, I mean literally just a tiny little bit. I'm going to put it in a different cup, and I'm going to add a little bit of that same glitter that I used on my pendant. So let's just add a little bit of that glitter there. Doesn't have to be a lot, just a tiny bit. And let's mix it really nicely. Alright, so now I'm going to take this glitter, the glitter resin mix, and I am going to apply it to the bottom. Just a tiny bit of it. I really don't want too much of it at all. And then clear in the rest of the cup. I'm sorry. I'm talking about tumblers now, aren't I? Okay, and the rest of my pendant here. Those of you who have never seen resin applied, just pay attention to the difference between the area where there is resin and where there isn't resin, and you can totally see how different it looks. Resin really elevates it to a different level, especially, like I said, if you are dealing with metallics. Okay, so my pendant is looking beautiful. You can see the glitter here. It actually shifted a little bit to this side, but it's staying on one side. I really love it. Now I'm glad I did the mica shift, because you actually do see it very well. It came out very nice. Now remember what I told you guys, sometimes you do need to put a couple of coats of resin, and I'm going to do just the same with this one. I'm going to go ahead and apply one more coat of resin, because we have all those indentations and things are poking out, and you don't get like 100% coverage the first time around. So I'm going to do that right now and put another coat of resin, and it's going to be beautiful and ready to wear, and I just simply cannot wait. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure that you subscribed. Until next time, my friends. Ta-ta!